family. This is going to be a hard video to watch. It's a hard one to do. So I am at mommy's house after my trip to bury my auntie. I showed you guys, sorry, there's an eyelash. I showed you guys what happened in my garden, but this garden is even worse. It's like almost everything is dead. So this was garden egg or eggplant. Look at my grapes. And grapes are perennials. So I'm hoping that this is just dormant now. Gonna go dormant. There is not a good leaf in sight. Now mommy lives not even 10 minutes away from us. That's oregano. So I am kind of shocked at how much worse her yard is than mine. And like I said before, I just wasn't at the capacity to really fully properly prepare, especially in both gardens, to cover everything. But like, this is broccoli. It looks in shock. That is Brussels sprouts. Oh, this is dead. We'll have to replant, I think. Maybe I should have focused on trying to get seeds. I don't even know how to get seeds from this, but I would assume from here is where I would have got them. What is that? Something green was crawling in there. This is the longevity spinach. I do want to show you that there's hope. Longevity spinach is perennial as well. And you can see down here, there's still some green. But it is pretty hurt. This was climbing up when I left. So I think I can cut all the dead stuff off and that one will make it. I definitely need to mulch here. This is the moringa, and it was gonna make pods, but that's the moringa that was for my mom. I'm gonna have to replant that. Look at this kale. And kale is supposed to be cold hardy, and it will be okay, but it's hurt. I had planted some babies here. They're all dead. I think they were too small, I guess. And look at the bitter leaf, the alubu. They're all dead. Mommy said they will come back. This is my blood orange. That's my husband's cashew apple. Oh, I hope it will come back. Like I said, had plans. I wanted to cover this, but I just ran out of time and the sheer will and energy. This is a Meyer lemon. My Meyer lemon looks great. I mean, it's such a big difference. Now this is blueberry. Berries, they need the cold. Look at this. This is a newer blueberry that we got from Lowe's, and it's just doing its thing. Like, it's loving whatever's happening right now. Here, blackberries. They're doing fine, stretching out. I was thinking about doing like some kind of trellis or netting up here so that, see how it stretches? It was leaning on the pepper forever, and but I'd like to be able to stick it somewhere to go up. This is another blueberry, but all of the papayas died, which they're tropical, so I should have known that. That mint looks awful. This was a basil. My beans, y'all. Not my beans. I don't know why I thought the beans might be alright, but they not. This is a celery that I planted over here. And that I planted from store-bought celery. This broccoli looks rough. That might be as big as it gets because it's in shock. These are collard greens. I never got to even harvest from them because they were getting eaten up so much, and now that they were kind of phasing out of getting eaten up so much, they got froze. This Ethiopian kale will definitely be okay. It's bigger every time I come over here, so I definitely probably should have put it further towards the back of this bed. I've got a red Russian kale here and one down here that probably was being protected by the Ethiopian kale, but I don't know if it's gonna make it under there. We've got a kale here that was probably okay because it's protected. The okra's been dead. I just left it there kind of for the beans. So I'm thinking we can come do a cleanup day over here and just chop them down now that there's nothing to climb on them. That squash, you guys remember that squash just, you know, was determined to keep growing. Well, he's dead now. Squash like heat. And so there was a moringa back there. My pepper plant is dead. My beans, my bush beans are dead. This is the broccoli. It was making shoots, if you can see that little shoot there. And there's a little shoot down there. I think they'll be okay. The parsley is thriving. There was a little tomato here. This kale is even a little hurt. And back there, this broccoli I was gonna let go ahead and go to seed, so that I can get seeds, because this broccoli grew really well here. And also for the bees, because in the wintertime the bees have less to eat. Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. It just feels like so much devastation that I'm showing you now, but there is still hope. This was the longevity spinach. You guys remember how bushy it was? If you look deep in there, it's gonna be okay, but it definitely was hurt. This blood orange looks okay though, probably because all the stuff around it was shielding it. And then take a look at my passion fruit. It was growing so well. It looks really hurt, but there's still some green in there too, so I think hopefully in the spring it'll come back. I actually don't know too much about if passion fruit goes dormant or does it die all the way back and come back. I'm not sure. So there's my husband's avocado. It still looks okay, maybe because it was close to the, I mean, it looked bad, but it looks alive. I think that's just because it was close to the house, and actually I think we need to move it from being close to the house eventually. And mommy's guava, she was just like, man, every time there's a freeze, and sets the guava back so much that, you know, it doesn't have time to recuperate. Look how dry they are. She says she's gonna take some of the leaves for tea. Guava leaves are really good for you, but it don't taste good, but it's good for you. So what I want to do, or what I planned to do before my aunt passed away, was extend this. I want to extend it where it has a guild. I want to do a fruit tree guild here. Here and over there with the pomegranate. Oh, let me show you guys the pomegranate, because the pomegranate is still doing okay. It got a little something something, but it is it's mulched, which I need to put more mulch at the bottom here. So here in the spring, and over there for the guava in the spring. And if these guys live, I may try for them too. What I want to create is a fruit tree guild for each of them, which is basically a system of plants that work together and take care of one another. You're going to have something that brings pollinators. You're going to have something that brings nitrogen. You're going to have something that brings potassium. You're going to have you know, you're just gonna have all these different things that help take care of the main fruit tree. Also, I want to put a lot more mulch down just to protect the roots. Normally with perennials, if you can protect those roots, they'll at least come back in the spring, as far as I've learned. So it's gonna be okay. This is giving us a fresh slate, a clean slate to work with. I can use this time. It's kind of rainy today, and the thing about Houston is that the weather fluctuates so fast. It's like one day it's 80 degrees and then the next it's 30, and I think that's what kind of hit some of these plants that are supposed to be more frost hardy. So this just helps me plan. I have a lot to write down in my gardening journal, and I am slowly getting myself back to functional. And it'll be a great day to come out here and clean and build a compost pile with all of this stuff so that we can create more soil, and we'll be better for the next freeze. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry, I hope it wasn't too depressing for you guys, but you can learn from my experiences. I'm not gonna say mistakes because we're all just still learning. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Probably not with this messy bun. Love y'all. Peace. So I wanted to kind of tell you guys some of the things that I was thinking about, like for protection for some of this stuff. Like the guava is pretty large. It's pretty tall. Let's see if I can show you. So this is how tall it is. It's taller than me. Pretty wide. Thinking if we can do like bamboo stakes, like in 4 corners here. Maybe next time we could at least cover it with a blanket or a frost cover. This cashew apple we really should have covered up, and I don't know if you guys watched my video when I went to Aldi's and they had that little greenhouse. I could have gotten one of those and at least stuck a few you know, things in it. I could have stuck maybe this in the middle and a papaya inside. So I was just thinking one-sided, like, oh, it's not my vision for my yard, but I didn't think about this yard and what, you know, needed to be protected over here. And everything's a learning experience, but I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys, that I'm just walking around and thinking of a better plan for some of this stuff. Now some stuff is gonna die. Some stuff is annuals. They're annuals. The squash, I didn't even think it was gonna be here that long. I wasn't looking for any more harvest from it. We got some great squash from it that are stored through the winter. We can eat them anytime we like. And I think December, January, February are really great times for planning. When you can't be out, like it's about to rain on me right now. When you can't be outside in your garden, you can be planning your spaces. You could be planning what you want to grow the next season. You could be planning out. I actually, in my organizer at the beginning of the month, I put like what I'm gonna plant that month, what seeds I'm gonna plant. And I am a seed addict, guys. I don't know if you guys are, but things take a little longer to grow from seed. So taking this time to plan and regroup and You know, just to come back stronger is what I want to do. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I kind of forgot to tell you what I wanted as far as covering things up from the cold. Same with the pomegranate. I think if I could put 4, might not be bamboo sticks, maybe something thicker, but if I can put it in the corners and then just cover it up, just keep that that frost off of there. And today is January 8th, I think. So there's going to be more frost. So we are going to be trying to put some of these things in place. And I will show you guys when we do that. And hopefully they'll be able to go through the next frost a little bit better. We just got to keep them alive until it gets warm again. So thank you guys for watching. Peace. Y'all, look at mommy's garden egg. My brother tried to bring it in the garage to save it. I think it's gone though, but I knew it had roots all in the ground because look how small this pot is and look how big it is. But it still has some green. Maybe we can save it. Maybe. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Excuse all the stuff in the back. What y'all think? It's got some green stems. And it was a big old established one. So we'll see.